Today, we will have the bully Anthony Romero, who is getting ready for his title defense at UNF 19. Plus, we will talk about Gastelum's weight cut, Paige Van Zandt's Power Slap debut, and a whole lot more. So, Tim, what are we waiting for? Hit it! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fight Insight Podcast.
Our guest today is known as the Bully from Up Next Fighting in Southern California. He's on a 4-fight win streak, and his most recent victory is when he won the UNF Bantamweight Championship. He's set to defend his precious gold in his first title defense this weekend. So it is coming up at UNF 19. The champ is here, Raine. Bring him in.
Please welcome the bully, Anthony Romero.
Oh, thank you guys for having me.
What's going on, Anthony? How are you?
I'm good, feeling great. You know, we got a 10-week camp this time, so really got to dial in, ready to go.
Nice, man. Good for you. And I had to change that intro on the fly because we were going to have you like a couple weeks out. Yeah. Things changed, and here you are now. You're here on Fight Week, so thank you so much, because it's crazy that we get to speak to some people during Fight Week. I always feel like I never know how you're going to be. Are you stressed out? Are you nervous? You're a champ, so I mean, I guess not.
Yeah, no, this is part of the game. This is definitely part of it. You know, especially when I want to get to the next stage in the UFC, I'm going to have to be doing multiple interviews throughout the day. So I'm trying to get used to it now and get as much practice as I can.
Nice. You know what, Anthony, that is so smart of you, man, because I feel like a lot of people, they need to work on their interview skills. They need to work on just getting used to the media. And I guess what you're saying is just getting used to the demands of it, right?
Yeah. I mean, for me too, especially just talking to people, you know, it's definitely something that I need to get used to myself. Public speaking is something I need to get used to myself. So, you know, that's what we're doing here. That's all it is.
Yeah, man. Good for you. Did Raine bully you into this podcast?
No, not at all. Not at all. She didn't bully me. This is definitely something I wanted to do. This is definitely something I want to do. So.
Nice, man. Of course. And by that, you mean you want to do the Fight Insight podcast, right?
Like, yes, I want to do the Fight Insight podcast. Yeah.
Thank you.
Podcast, not just any podcast. That's
right.
I don't want to just do any podcast. So, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. And hey, man, I appreciate that you're saying that. About wanting to do media as well, because any fight that you do in the future, if you want to do a podcast about it, you want to promote the fight, just hit us up. We're more than happy to have you on, man.
Bring you back in, yeah.
Or even during your fight camps or anything, anytime you want practice or to just join the podcast, you just let us know, dude, and we're happy to have you on. Same goes for your teammates too. Like if you've got teammates that are like shy or nervous, then tell them to come on, man. We're happy to have them on.
I'll definitely take you up on that.
Yeah, if they stink, we'll edit them out of the episode, but we'll still have them on. They can still do it, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure you guys are good at your job. So a couple edits here and there and make them look good.
Oh, yeah. You should see some of the stuff we've done in the past, right, Raine? We made,
I'm sure you guys make me look good, too.
Yeah, man. Anthony, what do people need to know about the bully if it's their first time getting to know you? What do they need to know?
As far as when it comes to fighting, you can expect me to give you a performance. You're going to get your money's worth every time you come to watch me fight. You know, I'm going to show up. You don't have to worry about me missing weight or anything like any extra activities. That's not going to happen with me. I'm going to show up to fight. I'm going to give you guys a performance of the night. And that's exactly what you can expect from the bully every single time it comes out.
Nice, buddy.
A fan favorite. Yeah, I'm going to give you guys a show. You're going to see blood. You know, every time you guys watch me fight, it's a good fight. That's the only way I know how to fight. I couldn't give you a boring fight if I wanted to.
No, definitely not. And you've hit on a few topics that I'm going to talk to you about later, about weight and stuff like that. You're a bantamweight fighting at 135. You had a undefeated amateur record 4-0. Then what's crazy is you lose your first pro fight.
Yeah.
But now have bounced back with 4 wins in a row, headed into your 5th, hopefully, win in a row. How did that loss affect you mentally or change you?
Oh, it affected me a lot. You know, after that loss, I didn't train for 11 months. I didn't get on the mats for 11 months, the longest I've been since I started training. So it messed me up a lot. You know, I gained weight. I got overweight. It was a whole ordeal. I was depressed. But I finally got out of that, you know, because in depression, I just one day you got to get up and you got to do something. You know, that's how it goes. And that one day I did it, and then a year later, you know, started fighting again. And then, you know, I fought Brian Dow 1 year late, 11 months later. And since then, I haven't looked back. You know, I've been training really hard. The reason I lost that first fight in the first place was because, you know, I was acting like I was John Jones already. You know, I had an undefeated record. You know, I had an undefeated record. I was winning the belts. I was beating everybody up. I was still young. I was like 23, 24, and I was partying, still having a good time. And I didn't take him serious. And he definitely showed me the difference between amateurs and pros. And yeah, since then, I've told myself I will never underestimate another fighter again, and I sure won't, and I sure haven't since.
Nice, man. I always say that I feel like you can't judge a fighter or anybody until they've suffered a setback, or in the case of a fighter, a loss. Because I feel like what I really like to see is how they bounce back from it. And so the story that you're saying is very crazy, very inspirational for people like that would be in that same situation.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it was a bad time for me, and it was like the first time I've lost too. Like losing, like I've only lost since I've been training, even jiu-jitsu competitions. I've only lost a couple of times. So like losing for me is hard. I don't like to lose. That's why I fight. Even as a kid, I was competing. I always wanted to win. Whatever we're doing, we're playing Uno, I want to beat you. So like losing for me, you know, it's hard. So that made me take a step back and look at really what I wanted to do and have to analyze everything. And I just had to do a complete 360 in my life and change everything and really act like I'm a professional in my day-to-day lifestyle. You know, everything I do now revolves around fighting. The way I drink, what I eat, what I watch, everything is around fighting.
Nice, man. And what gym are you training at?
I am training at Black House MMA.
Oh,
same as Byron.
Yeah,
Byron Valle, right?
Byron comes. Yep.
That's right. Yeah, we had Byron Valle on the show as well, and so that's right. Yeah. Oh, very cool.
Yeah, we've been getting sparring rounds in together, getting each other ready for this fight.
Nice.
He's definitely ready.
Good, man. Well, look, we expect all guests of the Fight Insight podcast to put on performance of the nights and win. So there's extra pressure now on you, bully. You understand?
Yeah, I mean, every time I fight, I get a performance. You know, 4 fights, 4 performances. So the pressure's on them.
Yeah. That's right. How important is it for you? Of course, like Raine being the ring announcer at Up Next Fighting. So now I've been following Up Next Fighting a lot, and I'm so impressed with that organization. I'm a commentator for Fight League Atlantic up here in Canada, and I see a lot of parallels between, you know, smaller organizations that are putting on big shows. They are preparing you for that next stage 100%.
Yeah.
You defend this title, you get your first defense. What's next for you?
At this point, well, first, I want to thank Up Next for everything that they do. Because like you said, they really do help us get to the next level. There's no other local promotion, smaller promotion that I'm aware of that invest so much into their fighters. All the pictures they take of us, the videos, the interviews, they do so much, a lot behind the scenes that I don't see anyone else doing. But besides that, after this fight, after this performance, I don't see anyone else here for me in the regional scenes. I think the UFC is my next goal. I think I see the guys that are going to get fighting in the Contender Series in a couple months, and I line up perfect with any one of those guys. So I think that's definitely going to be the next one there.
Nice, man. Now let me ask you a question. If the Contender Series comes knocking, or the Ultimate Fighter show comes knocking, which would you prefer?
I'll take the Contender Series for sure.
Yeah.
I grew up watching the Ultimate Fighter. I think it's a cool show, but to be in a house with like 14 other dudes for a lot of amount of time, or just have to fight one dude, you know, a tough guy, and get a 3-fight contract. I'll take the one fight.
All right. I see what you're saying. Saying.
It would be fun. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind the Ultimate Fighter at all. It would be fun. It definitely would be fun.
Yeah. One issue that I know, we had one fighter on the show who said why she wouldn't want to do the show is because she said I could fight 2 or 3 times in the amount of time that show records and then takes to air, like, because you're kind of locked in, like you can't go off and do anything else. So she said she didn't want to do the show for that reason. Now, if you get the choice of Contender Series or a short notice fight with the UFC,
Yeah, short notice, 100%.
Short notice?
Yeah,
Ooh.
we've talked with my coaches and stuff. We would love to just go straight to the UFC, straight, you know.
Mm.
But
Right.
we would thrive in a contender series environment. That's our type of fight. So we're not shy from that either. The
Nice,
reason
nice.
also why I would pick Ultimate Fighter is because you can also build your brand a lot. You know, if you're someone with less followers or something like that, and you need to build yourself, that's a perfect platform for you right there.
That's true. That's very true as well, actually. And then thank you for saying that, because then I should put up right here at the bottom. There, go follow
Yes, sir.
Anthony Romero at, if in case you're on audio only, it's at a.romero, ROMEROMMA. That's on Instagram, and that's the best place to get you. Instagram.
Perfect. Best place to get me.
Nice, nice. Now, you've got a nickname of the Bully. Not very PC in today's weak world, Anthony. Why have you not been canceled? What's going on?
Because I'm the bully. I'm the bully beater. Beat up the bully. You know, that's why.
Okay.
See what I did there? See what I did there?
Yeah. You definitely saved yourself some complaints coming in. But how did you get the nickname the Bully? Obviously, you're a tough guy.
It basically is just my fighting style. That's all it is.
Mm.
It describes my fighting style. You know, when you say a bully, you think of someone that's aggressive, pushes forward, gets what they want, doesn't really care about what the other person is going to give back to them, and that's pretty much what I do. I'm going to push forward. I'm going to get to the center of the cage. I'm going to walk you down. You're going to throw whatever you want at me, and I'm going to do my defense, and I'm going to hurt you. You know, that's basically what it is. I'm going to go in there and do what I want to do to you, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's the bully mentality. But in the cage, when it comes out of the cage, I don't mess with bullies not one bit. If you're a bully, good luck. If I see you, that's a wrap, buddy.
Yeah, nice, nice. And I'm happy, man. Good answer. And I like the nickname. I didn't know if it's because of the old video game called The Bully.
Yeah. So I actually want to do like a similar like design or logo,
dude.
kind of with that. You know,
I think so.
That. Yeah,
I think so, man. Because not only that, but you do have a very clean look.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're very clean.
My nickname's the bully. They were like, "You don't look like a bully."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're not scowling or anything.
Yeah,
but no, like you kind of have a clean look and everything like that. And I was looking at the video game character, and
pretty
I'm like,
much right there. Yeah,
it's kind of close. So yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like you could do a play off that video game and do some good stuff.
I've been talking about it. I would definitely want to.
Nice. You're talking about the bully, and you're talking about your weight. One of the big issues that we had, and we were supposed to have on Daniel Rodriguez on the show, but he ghosted us last minute, son of a bitch. Yeah. And he fought Kelvin Gastelum, right? This was 2 weeks ago. You know about what happened to him?
I know Kelvin Gastelum missed weight, but I never got to actually watch the fight.
Oh, he missed weight though by like 100 pounds. Like it was so freaking ridiculous. I'm gonna put this up for you if you don't mind. We'll chat about this for a sec. This was some sort of post that I saw online, and this was the check-in weight. So I don't know what this means, but I'm assuming like when he shows up
the next day,
fight week.
On fight day. Or this week's check weight. Okay, so this is the Monday.
I think this is how much. Oh, you think this is how much he weighed at the fight? I thought that's how much they were saying that he weighed when he came to make weight.
It does say this week's check-in weight, so it could be that.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, it's 194 for those listening.
Crazy.
I think I took it as that's what he came into fight week weighing, and he has to cut down to 170 at welterweight, whereas his opponent Daniel Rodriguez was at 179.
Yeah, that's more realistic.
Yeah, I think this is it, and this is why. So then Gastelum comes in. Dude, did you not know how much you're supposed to weigh? Because how do you expect you're going to cut 24?
He's a repeat offender.
He's a repeat offender, and he's like and he's chubby. Like it's not like he's just a big jack guy that needs to suck all the water out. Like he's kind of chubby.
Yeah.
And so then like days before the fight, they say like, okay, look, he's not making the weight. So then Daniel Rodriguez, who's in his cut to 170, they're like, okay, so do you want to do something? He goes, okay, well, let's do a catch weight at 180 then. Like, you want to go at 180, which per that thing, that's what he came into at, right? So that means you'd be fighting at 180. And then they go, oh no, he can't make 180 either, so we got to go 185. Like,
that's lazy. I don't know. Lazy.
So then Daniel Rodriguez has to fight at 185. What it looks to me is more weight than he came in at.
Yeah. I don't even know how the commission allowed that. That's crazy.
D-Rod
is a gangster, though. He'll fight.
But okay, but here, and this is why I wanted to have him on the show. And Daniel Rodriguez, I know you're watching this, so get in here, you son of a gun.
Call us.
But yeah, or the bully and Raine are gonna find you on the streets of California. Now, you don't want none of this, you know.
Big guy, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, well, there's two of you, Anthony. It's you and Raine.
If we stack up on top of each other, we might be.
Yeah, sure. But here's the thing, though. How much pressure? This is my question to you. You're a pro fighter. You're going to the pro ranks. How much pressure do you think was on was on Daniel Rodriguez to accept that fight, where he's at a massive disadvantage in weight?
I mean, there's pressure for sure, you know, because he wants to fight. He got to get his money. He wants to check. But I think that's probably more pressure on himself because all the stuff he's already done. But it's a win. I think it's more of a win-win from him. You're fighting someone that missed weight by that much. Even if you lose, you're not really losing because that guy missed so much weight. And if you do a good performance, then even if you lose, you know, if you can beat him, you should win. Or if you do a good performance and you lose, you still win because you fought someone that was 20 pounds heavier than you and you still did really good. So I think it was a win-win for him.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: he does lose.
I think Dana even threw him some extra cash.
Well, I think he got like whatever percentage off of Gastelum's purse. Like, you're going to get that for sure. And then whether or not Dana gives him extra money. But here's the thing, though: you got to think as a professional. I think he was on a 3-fight losing streak headed into that, or at least a 2-fight losing streak headed in. If he went in and lost in like a minute, you know, like. Gastelum comes out and throws a flying knee and finishes him in a minute or whatever.
That drops his stock down.
I mean, no matter how much they appreciate you coming out, it's still another loss on your record.
Yeah.
There's not going to be an asterisk there when freaking Joe Martinez calls it out.
Yeah. You only get one check.
You get one check. And that might be your last check. What if they cut you? What if they say, I mean, because there's no guarantees or promises.
Yeah. I mean, unless they were to tell him that, you know, hey, you do this favor for us, you take this fight, and then, you know, we got you. Because that can easily have been the case, too.
Yeah, and you got to hope that he's a man of his word, meaning Dana White or the UFC, because then Rodriguez goes on and puts this on his Instagram, and he's like, put me on the Sphere card.
At 303? Good luck.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, now, if he can get on that card, that would be the ultimate payback by the UFC to go, hey, you stuck in there and you fought a guy that's essentially 20 pounds heavier than you. Yeah, thanks, dude. Here you go. So I like that, you know, and I hope he gets that. What do you think about how, like, you're fighting now at 135? When does your actual weight cut start? Like, not the heavy weight cut, but like, I'm assuming you said you were in a 10-week fight camp.
Yeah.
I'm assuming for those 10 weeks, you're like slowly adjusting your body to a slightly lower weight.
Yeah, 100%. You're eating so if you're maintaining your calories to maintain just to survive, or like 2,300, you're eating just a little bit less than that, you know, 2,100 calories. So every day. So that doing that every single day for 10 weeks, that's going to take your weight away just little by little by little. That's the right way to do it. A lot of guys don't do it like that. They'll wait till the last month and then starve themselves, last 2 weeks and starve themselves. That's like the super old school way guys used to do it, just starve themselves for the last 2 weeks and not eat. But no, you just put yourself in a little deficit a little bit, you know, eat less calories for a little bit. And then the last 2 weeks is basically when I lose most of my weight, is because when I start water loading, and then I take out my carbs 4 days before my fight. I take out my carbs, I start eating keto, and then I that's when I just lose mostly all my water weight. And then I hop into the sauna and lose the last couple pounds there.
Sure. So these idiots that I argue with online on Instagram that say, well, doesn't matter because then when the weigh-ins happen, they both weighed in at 184, I think it was, like 1 pound under the 185. Okay. But I'm saying, but Daniel Rodriguez was cutting weight ish for that whole 10 weeks or whatever to get down to be ready to be at 170. Even though he weighs in at 184, he's not a fighting 184. You know what I
Yeah, and
mean?
after with the rehydration, though, that doesn't take away that he was dehydrated for those that however allotted weeks, you know.
Right.
Definitely.
And I think while you're cutting down for those weeks, you're fighting at a different intensity, fighting at a different pace, not recovering as much, maybe because, like
Your
you said,
immune,
you're eating at a slight deficit.
your immune system's weaker. No one talks about
Mhm.
your immune system gets weak. You start getting sick before your camps all the time. It's crazy. Last year I got sick like 5 times just in the wintertime. That's crazy. I don't get sick 5 times in one winter time. So that was because I was fighting so much and my immune system was getting just so weak, sweating so much and all that crazy stuff. But yeah, no one talks about the immune system too, but that's a serious thing too.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I feel like it's weird, and I feel like they need to make a change to the whole weight cutting thing. Like, because I do worry how much pressure Daniel Rodriguez was in to take that fight. Whether it's pressure from the UFC to say, "Hey, look, dude, we want this fight on this card."
Yeah.
Whether it's his own financial pressure, like you said, like, dude, I need a check, I need to get paid here, like, I need to fight. Time is of the essence. Like, he's not a young guy, so it's like, okay, like, how many fights left do I have? And this was probably a favorable matchup. Like, I was picking him, I was betting on him to beat Gastelum for sure if all things were fair. And then you think, like, and then what about, like, if you have family and friends coming to the event?
Exactly.
It's like they all bought tickets, they're in a hotel, they're coming here. Like, if I just bail out of the fight, I'm gonna look like the bitch,
Yeah.
you know? Like,
Yep.
like, it's not even fair, you know?
Yep.
Sorry for swearing, Anthony. So what do you like? Is there ever any scenario where you think don't take the fight? What would your suggestion be for Daniel Rodriguez who's watching?
I mean, if you're not there mentally, if you really don't want to fight, if you can ask yourself and you tell yourself, I actually don't want to be here, then buddy, don't go into that cage because you're gonna get yourself hurt. You're gonna not be there mentally thinking about whatever the hell you're thinking about outside the cage. You know, my girlfriend, this, whatever. And that one split second of you thinking that is when you're gonna get really hurt. So man, if you're not there actually mentally, because those problems where you say, oh, my family's here, this and that, that's always gonna be through your mind. Like I get those things too. Like, you know, that's part of the game. But if you're by yourself and you're really saying that I don't want to be here, or you're trying to make excuses for yourself, then buddy, it's
Yeah.
not that. Yeah, you know, you shouldn't do it. If you have to have
Well,
your teammates and your coaches persuade you to tell you you're good, that's a sign right there. Like this is not for you.
yeah, yeah. Good advice. Thinking about things that are in your head. Raine, did you see what Yuri Prohashka was saying to Alex Pereira about the black magic stuff?
About the
Did you?
voodoo stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
And how so what did you, I want to know, Raine, what did you think when you have Prohashka sitting there going, hey, Alex, it should just be me and you in there. Leave that magic stuff behind. Like, and he said it multiple times. Like, this was not like a one-off. Like, he said it a few times. What did you think of that?
No, it's funny that you mentioned that because I think the commentators talk about it too. And I thought it was a joke at first. And then they were like, no, he actually believes this, that there's like some voodoo thing going on as to why Alex is that good. And I guess I find it funny, but then again, at the same time, I know there's like different like beliefs, you know, here and there. So to me, I guess he just, I don't know if that affected his like psyche, like going into the fight,
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I'm
thinking that,
saying.
hey, I'm not just fighting this guy in front of me, I'm fighting somebody else. So I hope that didn't really affect him.
I think they're both. I think they're
Yeah,
both.
go ahead.
I think they're both actually Christian.
Mm.
I seen a post on Instagram of Pereira's coach saying that Pereira actually told Yuri that he was like, I'm actually a man of God as well. Like, just for your information, I'm a man of God too. So I think that's he cleared the He cleared the smoke right there.
Mm,
There's no voodoo going on. He's a man of God.
that's good.
I mean, yeah, but
He just got in his head. That was mental. If he said that out loud, you already lost. You lost. You're thinking you're fighting your demons.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why, like, the minute he said that, I immediately added Alex Pereira on all my parlays.
Nice.
Because I'm like, this is like a guaranteed win. Now, of course, stupid MVP loses to Ian Gary, so I lost all my money. But
fight.
what's that?
That was a weird fight. I'm not enjoying that one at all.
It was a terrible, lame fight, Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony, how many classes in BJJ do you have to take before you learn how to shake someone off your back when they're high like that?
That's like
Day 2?
Yeah, that's like week 1 stuff. You learn that as a white belt, 100%.
I don't understand how he wouldn't just shake him off. He was doing so well.
Yeah, you learn that as a white belt. That's, I mean,
all I'm saying is the MVP owes me $5.
Yeah, he owes me $50. Pay-per-view.
He owes me, yeah, he owes me my money, man. Here's the thing. The black magic thing is so funny because it's like the mentality thing. Like, as I was listening to that, like what you guys are saying, I'm like, dude has already lost. The minute you're thinking that, and you're thinking this guy has some
out
sort
loud.
Yeah.
Saying it out, you know how much you have to be thinking it to say it out loud?
A lot. Yeah.
A lot. That said, Anthony, next week on the podcast, we're learning black magic.
Oh, shit.
We're just Raine, this podcast for the next year.
I'm in.
Screw that. Yeah, forget these stupid fighter guests. We're having black magic consultants, black magic shamans, anything we can. And we're going to just freaking learn black. I posted that on my Instagram right away. I'm like, I'm skipping Muay Thai class and I'm going to Black Magic 101 because that's all I need, you know? No, crazy, dude. It's crazy. Yeah. I don't want to keep you long, man. Raine, what do you got for the bully?
Oh, I have a funny story actually before I ask you my question. I remember when I met him, he's very focused, right? And like and I remember seeing his last fight when he won the championship. And I remember walking out of Commerce Casino, and I remember seeing Jesse Strader. He was like with his group. And then I remember seeing Anthony with his group, and he was like all happy, and I congratulated him. And there was a girl behind him, and all I could remember was someone said, "I'm getting married." So I think I congratulated him for winning the belt. And I think I told the girl behind him, "Congratulations on your wedding." And she looked at me like so confused. I don't know if you heard that, but I think his coach heard it. And he's like, "I don't think he's getting married." And I was like, "Oh God, I am so sorry." And I just said, "But anyway, congratulations. I gotta go."
Yeah.
Later on, I found out it was Jesse who said that he was getting married. All I remember was like someone during their interview said, "I'm getting married, woohoo." And for some reason, I thought it was Anthony who said that because I saw the girl behind him. But anyway, I saw a lot of people behind you. And recently, I think it was yesterday, you posted how much thankful you are for your family and friends. The bully maniacs, that's what I'm going to call them.
Nice.
For supporting you. How much does that mean for you? I mean, I see you, man. You're very determined. I see this dream in your heart. I can feel the passion. How much does that mean that you have these bully maniacs supporting you?
Man, it's everything. It really is. Like, they've been supporting me since I was a little kid, whatever I wanted to do, and it's really cool to have everybody to get around, all my family, because family's big for us. We only get to see each other a couple of times a year. So this, for me, is like another opportunity to get all my family together, bring us all under one roof. And I just love those moments, to be with all my family and just the environment. It's cool. And it's only going to be for a couple more times, next thing you know, I'm going to be traveling and all this other stuff. So I'm trying to take advantage of it now and use this time and enjoy these moments I have with them, because not everyone's gonna be able to go to Vegas and over all the other places I'm gonna be. So this is a really special time for me now.
That's amazing. And may I say that he's speaking like his future right now? Since we started this interview, he said, "Hey, I want to do this interview. I want to get myself, give myself the reps to like do interviews during fight week, because that's how the life in the UFC would be." And now that you said this again, it's like, to me, I see you there, man. And when you get there, don't forget us.
So I will
Come
never
back.
forget about you guys. No,
Yeah,
definitely not.
yeah,
I won't ghost
son of
you
a gun.
guys. I'm not gonna ghost you. I'll still do it with you guys.
Yeah.
We're good.
Thank you. Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. Okay. So wait, do you, can I ask, do you have a girlfriend or anything?
I do have a girlfriend, yes.
Okay. Did she get
Mhm.
mad at you when Raine thought that you were marrying someone else, or?
Oh no, I don't think she caught that one, thankfully.
Okay. So it must have been just your coach who heard me. Okay.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
good. Because he heard it. He said, I don't think he's getting married anytime soon.
Yeah. All right.
Or
No,
don't
and I
give him
think,
any ideas. I think that's what he said.
I know. Don't give her any ideas.
yeah.
Not doing it.
No, but that's good, man. And I like that too, because you're right. You know, one of the things that we hear from people a lot is like, you know, to make sure that you take in the moment and take in the sights and the feelings and everything that you're experiencing. So you're right, you know, like for your family and friends that are close to you now where you live, it's like, yeah, this is the moment you're going to be able to really see me fight live and in person, because after this,
Yeah.
I'm freaking Mr. Worldwide, you know,
Yeah.
like you're going to be all over the place.
And it's good, like I said, I'm looking in the future, but I also want to enjoy the present. You know, I'm also enjoying the now, because the now, right now is my life. In the future, in the past, like when 40 years from now, we'll be talking about this moment now. You know, so I want to live in the moment and chase my dream. So we're doing now. I'm loving life.
Man.
It's great.
I'm happy for you, buddy. Before I ask you my last question, I just want to give you a moment. Is there anything that you want to say to those exact family members, anybody watching or listening to this podcast? Anything that you want to say to them?
The bully maniacs.
The bully maniacs. I love you guys. Thank you for your constant support. I'm never gonna let you guys down. You know, I'm gonna pull out a fight for you guys all the time. Yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you guys this Saturday. Let's go.
This Saturday, it is a very important moment. You're defending your title.
I might get in trouble for telling you guys this, but Ryan Lilly's not going to make weight. So we're fighting at 140, catch weight, 140. Still for the belt, but breaking news.
Breaking news. Ding, 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 ding.
Wait, hold on. I need to see Raine when she says that. Do your ding, ding, ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, so he's not going to make weight. Wait,
so we've been talking about missing weight this whole time? And this is actually very applicable to you.
Mm-hmm. I'm not surprised though. I kind of had a strong feeling he was going to do this. If you look at his Tapology, he hasn't made 135 in a while, so I'm not surprised. He actually messaged me a couple days ago on Instagram. He called me on Instagram. I was sparring. I was training. So I don't even know why he called me, but he called me asking for 140 because we did a live a couple weeks ago, and I was joking with him like, "Oh yeah, I know you're not going to make weight, so we could fight at 140." And he actually asked me that to fight at 140, but I denied it, mostly because I want to take his money first. I want that 10%, then we could fight at 140. Make himself it's fight week, man. Like I've been doing all this hard work to get down here, and now you're in a 1 week out. Be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna make weight." Come on.
Okay, hold on. This is so crazy then that our whole conversation was a lot about the weight cut thing.
Yeah.
Right? But now here you are. You're in that same scenario?
Yeah. But it's not. Yeah. The good thing is hopefully when he weighs in, it's not a 30-pound difference, because that'd be crazy.
Yeah, right. I mean, you know, possibly a 5-pound difference if that's what we're thinking, right? But that's kind of BS, no? Like, how does he know 2 weeks out I'm not going to make weight?
Oh, he did. He knew it. He knew months ago. We talked to him months ago. I talked to him when we did the media day. I talked to him before that. He was, "Oh, I'm good. My weight's already good. Blah blah blah." So he knew what he was doing. Maybe he thinks he's getting this for an advantage, a size advantage, but I'm in shape, man. I've been hitting my weights. I'm doing everything I need to do. I'm ripped right now. Like, there's no advantage. 140 is even better for me. Like, cool. So.
Because then it just, but then but you're saying, but you want to weigh in at 135 though, so that you make your proper weight.
Yeah.
Because if you don't make weight.
No. If he's gonna weigh at 140, I'm just gonna weigh 140 as well.
Oh, okay.
There's no reason to give that extra 5 pounds. You know.
But when do you guarantee that you're gonna get some of his money first? Wouldn't you have to weigh in at 135 to get his money?
Well, it depends on the contract. So if we sign a new contract at 140, then no. But if we don't sign the contract, so that's why we're still in the works. It's not confirmed yet. We haven't signed this new contract. This is like yesterday that he was saying this. So I'm still waiting for the confirmation that it's going to be at 140, but that's I'm giving you guys the information right away. So we're still in, we don't know.
Nice.
How exactly it's going to be, how it's going to play out. But
well, you said
it's looking like it's going to be at 140.
Okay. Either way, you're walking away with the gold after.
Yeah, even if I don't take some of this money, that's fine. That's fine. I don't need it. I just
right.
I just want to fight. So that's the worst thing that can happen is me not fight. So whatever I got to do to get this guy, if I got to hold his hand to walk him in the cage, that's what I would do.
That would be the strangest walkout ever.
On,
Anthony walks out, then walks back and brings his opponent in.
I know.
Very unique. That would go viral, that's for sure. You did say that you're named the bully because you like to beat up bullies, and here you are fighting potentially a weight bully.
Yep, the bully buster.
Bully buster.
So it all works out, man. Dude, that's crazy. Okay, but yeah, you're right. 5 pounds is not like end of the world. It's not different, and you're focused and training and ready to be there. And again, like we talked about the black magic stuff, if it's in your head or his head or your opponent's head or someone else's head that like, hey, I can't make this weight. How long was that going through your head? And how has that affected you the whole time? Because, you're training for training camp and fight camp. You've got your friends and family going there. That's got to be on them because you're like, well, shit, I'm telling all of them to come and watch my title fight. Meanwhile, I know I'm not even going to be freaking eligible to win this title.
Yeah. And then every day when you're training and you have to worry about your weight, that's also a stress in your back of your mind. Like, dang, I got to worry about this weight every single day. That's a problem. That's why I'm saying, like, the 10-week camp and you got to eat just a little less calories every day. That's the way to do it. Maybe we should send this to him so he can see this because he doesn't know what the hell his diet or what to do for his diet plan.
Yeah.
I think maybe he's just a little too old now. He's a little older. He's like in his mid-30s, so he just can't make the weight. I'm not sure. Trying to give this guy excuses.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, I look, I'm glad. I'm excited for you. You did say, what, 2,100 calories? Was it what?
I mean, it depends on
whatever.
Whatever your intake, your daily intake is, based off your exercise and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not fighting and I'm way older, but I'm pretty sure I ate 2,100 calories this morning. So that's not, I don't know. I'm in trouble, I think.
I can't wait to have that for breakfast. 21 calorie breakfast.
Yeah. I'm trying to make weight for my ring announcing gig this Saturday. Oh,
what is that? Matcha tea?
Yeah, this is matcha smoothie. My matcha protein.
Nice. I know
there you go. Did you know that the ring announcers have to make weight? They have No, I'm just UNF is very strict, man. They're like, Raine, we're gonna weigh you in. Yeah, you didn't see Raine go on the scales and
I go in there really early before you guys get there. Yeah. Make sure I make my weight.
That's the first. All right, Anthony, last question, man. Thank you so much for spending the time, dude. You're a really good guy. I really appreciate this. Last question that we ask all of our guests on the show. It's something that my mom used to ask me almost every day growing up in my life. Anthony, the bully, Anthony Romero, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you?
Oh, man, I'm 10. I'm a 10 happy for sure. I am happy. I'm living life, have no complaints, living my dream. Literally, as we speak of it, I'm living my dream. So I have no complaints. I'm living a 10.
Nice, man. Good for you. It's the answer I kind of thought you were going to give, but I'm excited for you. I'm excited to see you fight June 19th, or sorry, July 9th. July 6th. UNF 19. Okay, see, this is why I don't cut the promos. Raine, you do it.
Let's do this again.
Anthony Romero this Saturday, July 6th at UNF 19, live at Commerce Casino right here in Los Angeles, California. Tickets are still available, so please go to upnextfighting.com.
Yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Take care, buddy. All the best to you, man. Like, good luck in this fight. Good luck in all your future endeavors, man. Everything that you do, good luck. Congratulations on your success so far in your career. Total, you're 4-1 as a pro now. You're 4-0 as an amateur. Headed for nothing but greatness, my man. And Raine will announce you in, and we'll wait to hear the good news, man.
I'm excited. See you guys Saturday. Thank you.
All right. Take care, buddy. Have a good one. Yeah. Bye-bye.
That's
boom.
Awesome. Oh my God.
What a good dude. Good
Oh my
dude. Good
God,
dude.
that's amazing. I'm glad we got the chance to have him this week, especially this week, because you're right,
Yeah.
it's fight week. And for the most part, I think it's the most stressful week for the fighters. I mean, I'm not a fighter and I get stressed during fight week.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you can say the same, right? Like you're a
Yeah,
commentator.
for sure.
Fight week
Yeah.
is usually like the most stressful time for all of us because it's like, okay,
Yeah.
this is
You're
like the last
prepping.
time we get to prep stuff.
Yeah, and you know what I would say, like even from doing my stuff at Fight League Atlantic, even knowing the owners there, Derek and John, but like watching the cage crew, watching the media guys, the production guys, everybody has their role to play into making these events like something so fantastic. You can't even imagine all the working parts that like
Mhm.
put these things together. And I'm surprised at how few people are responsible for it, but like all the little stresses that they have is crazy.
Yeah. Because a lot, so for smaller organizations, right? In comparison with UFC, there's people who wear multiple hats
Yeah.
just to make a show happen. It's not like UFC we're in, only one person is in charge of like one thing. Like, for organizations that we work for, it's like we all wear multiple hats,
Yeah.
and so we all, the good thing about this is that we all get the experience, right? That we take in as we grow in our professional career.
Yep.
Yeah, it does get stressful.
Yeah, and every show gets better and better. Every show gets a
Mhm.
little bit different. You get better and better, and it's the same as the fighters, right? And again, it's from the production to you in the cage to me on the desk to anybody at the people in the lighting, everything. Everything gets that little bit better every time. There's always some new stress. There's always something new difficult, but that's what life is.
Yeah.
Like life is the same. Like you're always trying to get better. Never accept where you're at, never accept how good you did last time. No, I can do a little bit better. I can do a little bit different, right? So, yeah, exciting. Let's get with a friends of the podcast update. I did have a few things, Raine, that I wanted to say. So, of course, UNF 19, July 6th, we have 3 fighters that we've had on the show.
Yeah, Jesse Strader, Byron Valle, and the bully Anthony Romero.
That is correct. So we've got 3 guests and friends of the podcast fighting this weekend at Up Next Fighting. Make sure you check them out. We also have so of course, and like Raine said, if you want to get your tickets, go to upnextfighting.com. Don't miss that.
And if
You've
you see
got,
me, give me a fist bump.
yeah, look how good that fist bump is. Get the fist bump from Raine. You've got FLA 16. Like I said, it's September. The tickets are on sale now. I believe it is in
Woo!
Pictou, Nova Scotia. FLA 16, as well as Tap or Tag 3. It's like a tag team BJJ tournament. I don't understand anything that's happening. All I know is it's in a cage. It's going to be freaking crazy.
And then you're gonna be there.
And I'm going to be there commentating Tap or Tag 3. I'm going to be on site at FLA 16 as well. I'm so excited. That's going to be a fantastic event. I'll share more news. And of course, we'll have some of the fighters and competitors on our show leading up. That's in September. So we've got some time. But you might want to book your tickets to Nova Scotia now. Fly in, catch the double header. It's going to be a great time.
It gives people time to like plan their trip,
Exactly. That's
you
what I'm
know,
saying. Get some
and tour
cheaper
around Nova
tickets.
Scotia.
Rageworks Podcast Network, we're on there. So check out rageworksnetwork.com for other audio podcasts like this one. Please do like and subscribe to us. Of course, I should always say that. Like, subscribe, vote 5 stars, whatever you got to do. Sadabu C and Impa Kasanganai in the PFL, they've both made it through to the finals. I think we talked about that last time, right?
Yeah.
And then as well, we have 2 females in the finals as well. We've got Jenna Bishop as well as Liz Carmouche. They are both in the finals as well. But I do have something funny to show you. Here's a picture of do I have it? Oh my goodness, maybe I don't have it. There's a picture of the finals for PFL, and they put the wrong names on the photos. Like,
Oh.
PFL's got to get their shit together, Raine. They release a photo of like the women's brackets, and it's got the wrong names like attached to the photos.
Okay. Oh.
Like they've swapped the names,
Oh.
I'm just like, all right, you can't figure this out? This seems pretty, you should be able to do this. But what are you going to do? Then I wanted to get to this.
Hey. me.
That's you. There we go.
Yep. Yeah, so you can now go to you can now order any custom banner from Live to Fight Design, and you can get $10 off using the promo code Ringside Rain. That's my name, Ringside Rain. Every $10 that you save will be donated to my animal rescue group, Second Chances Rescue, right here in California. So it's not just for fight banners; it's for banners for any occasion. So go
Right.
to my Instagram page, click the link in my bio to order your custom banner from Live to Fight Design. And
Yeah.
oh, by the way, I forgot to congratulate Anthony. He was the winner. He's the winner of our custom banner giveaway.
This Anthony Romero?
Anthony Romero, yeah. He won.
What?
Yeah. Come
Son
back,
of a
Anthony. We're
gun.
gonna congratulate you.
Crap. Tell him to put this Fight and Sight logo on his banner. It's free anyways. Put it on.
He's still listening right now. Anthony,
Yeah.
put this logo
We'll
in your banner right here.
Yeah,
And then
we'll
the
send you
Ringside Rain logo. I cannot point
Yeah.
to it. There you go.
We'll send you the JPEGs. Here's something. Jillian the Savage Robertson, former guest of the podcast, she won her fight last week at UFC. She beat Karate Hottie Michelle Watterson. Did you watch that fight?
I didn't get to see that one.
Okay, because it was on the prelims, and Raine's too good for the prelims.
No,
So-
first of all, remember I was texting you about Peyton Talbot, which, by the way, Peyton, I know you're listening to us right now. Come to the show.
Yeah. Peyton Talbot. Yeah. How are you making progress with that?
He has not read the message.
You have to message. Okay, what you got to do, trick, you got to message him on his posts.
Like
leave a message in his post or in his story, like reply, and then say, check your DMs, want to get you on the podcast. That does get some
Here's
people.
the thing, though, because I'm a female, I feel weird doing that, like for guys.
Well, you
Right?
say
'Cause you
check
know how,
check.
there's,
Well,
like,
you say check
them,
your
like-
DMs because we want to get you on the podcast. You don't
Okay,
say
not just check your
'cause-
DMs. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe that will get him more than a podcast request. I don't know. So, Karate Hottie fights and then she retires. Okay.
Mm.
She's a legend in the sport. However, unfortunately, her UFC run was never that good. You know, mind you, people, she's an atom weight. She's actually fights at 105, which is where she fought at Invicta and previously. UFC has no 105, so when she came over, she had to bump up to 115.
Oh.
Take that as you will, but like, hey, she fought the majority of her career at a weight class that really is not her weight class. So, okay, fine. Jillian Robertson is matched up against her. Jillian Robertson has the most number of submissions in the flyweight division. She has like the most number of submissions for females, blah, blah, blah. Like super accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
She fights Karate Hottie. Of course, I bet on her because I'm like, this is a no-brainer. She full mounts Karate Hottie about 37 times during this fight. She full mounts her, Raine, throwing elbows down, whatever. Can never finish her. Couldn't finish her for 15 minutes. And I'm watching and I'm screaming at the TV. That's maybe why my throat is bad now. And I'm like, finish her. Like, you have the most number of finishes. This is you. This is your game. You have her in exactly where you want her to be. And she couldn't finish her. Michelle Watterson is not a jiu-jitsu phenom. Okay? You're raining down elbows and you can't pull off any submission. Then at the end of the fight, of course, they're cordial because they're nice people. And then Karate Hottie retires. Raine, do you know what my conspiracy theory is here?
What is it?
She didn't finish her on purpose. She knew
That she was going to
that
retire?
Karate Hottie was going to retire. And we know that Karate Hottie was going to retire because the UFC then plays a pre-packaged video. So when when they go to interview her, they then go, she's like a little bit crying and stuff and whatever. And then they go, we have a package for you. So they had a whole thing set up, like her career, and it was narrated and whatever. I think Jillian knew she was going to retire and was told not to finish her. Because you don't want her last fight to be choked out unconscious.
I don't think so.
Raine, she's the most finishes in flyweight history, which is a higher weight class, Jillian Robertson has come down to strawweight where Karate Hottie has, for the last 10 years has gone up, but still.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a heavier person fighting a lighter person.
Yeah.
Meeting in the middle. You have the most submissions. You full mount her 20,000 times during that fight. And you can't finish her? Very disappointing for me in terms of like, hey man, she's a Canadian. Get a big finish, choke her out, tap her out, whatever. Move on. Let's go. You're moving up the rankings to a title shot.
Mm-hmm.
You sitting there and decisioning Karate Hottie for 15 minutes is putting you on 0 people's radars. No offense, and I love Jillian, but something weird there for sure. No? You think I'm an idiot?
See, I don't think of it that way. I mean, to me, I always view MMA as an honest sport. I don't ever think of any conspiracies. And what I've seen so far, not just in the world of MMA, but like in sports in general, it's crazy as to how, these like winning moments or retiring moments are made in sports. Some are just like, if someone could write this, right? People sometimes say that, in the sports world, because sometimes it just seems like it's a movie.
Yeah.
There was a guy last week that I saw on PFL. I mean, he lost his bout, and he said that's his, for that being his final match, he didn't mind losing to the guy that beat him. So I don't think, this particular situation was a setup because they knew that this person was going to retire. I think it just so happened that, it didn't work out for Jillian. And the other person went to go on, and retire and not lose her final bout.
No, she lost her final bout, but she didn't
okay.
Get finished.
Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, well, I don't ever think of UFC or not UFC.
I know.
But like MMA or any sport being rigged. This is me just trusting in the process.
I'm not saying, okay, fine. I'm not saying rigged, but I'm saying that maybe they said, hey, if you're going to beat her or whatever, we prefer for you not to submit her.
I don't think so, because I don't think, why would you tell a fighter that? Like,
I don't know, Raine. I don't know. I just think it's inconceivable that she didn't finish her. Now, I didn't watch any post-fight interviews or anything like that, so I don't know what she was saying. Maybe she goes, hey, I was sick, I had something, so like I wasn't myself. But you were dominating that fight in full mount in round 1. Full mount. And then she kind of kicks out of it and then gets back into full mount. Kicks out of it. Round 2, gets into full mount. Kicks out, gets into full mount. Like, you're constantly there in the position that, like, any other fight, that fight is over. Man, woman, child. When in an MMA fight, when you get full mount, it's like 90% over. From if strikes, from submission, anything.
But look at it this way too. If you know that you are going to retire, wouldn't you want to like try to like, okay, you know what? This is going to be my final bout. I'm going to try to hold on. I'm not going to, I'm not going to like.
No, she didn't even. But she didn't even get her in submission attempts. This is what's crazy. Like, she kind of went for some arm bars here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's like she didn't even try. Like,
okay.
Yeah, like she wasn't. They're not grappling like for the neck or anything like that. It was like, it was weird. Anyways, I'm just saying. I know that people don't watch the prelims anyway, so nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about. But go back and watch it. I know they should, but they don't. Go watch it and then tell me what you think, because I don't know. It's just seemed weird to me. But
that's
whatever.
Like the best free thing that you could watch, the prelims. Go watch it.
I know, obviously. All right. Well, here's something that you could watch, which was free on Rumble. Do you know what Rumble is?
What is that?
It's that app. It's an app that has like a whole bunch of like television, I don't know, like shows. I know that Russell Brand, if you watch him, a lot of his stuff went over to Rumble after he got demonetized on YouTube. So his stuff is there on Rumble. So it's an app that you go on. Anyways, I unfortunately downloaded this app now because I went to go watch this garbage.
I just signed a contract, and whether motherfuckers like it or not, I am doing power slap.
She is doing the power slap.
Ow, ow, ow.
Wait, so Power Slap is available on Rumble?
Yeah.
You don't have to pay anything?
They should have to pay me.
Oh.
Raine. So that was, for those on audio, that was Paige Van Zandt. Okay. Someone who Raine doesn't even know because she fought
No, we
so
talked
long
about
ago.
her, remember?
No, I know, but like you didn't
yeah.
know her from her UFC days.
Yeah.
So she goes to Power Slap, right? So this is the girl that was a UFC fighter, you know, the next cool thing, pretty girl, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Her UFC dreams start not going so well. She then goes to OnlyFans pretty much and does I don't know what, but it's pretty sexual, I'm pretty sure. Then she goes and does some AEW wrestling a little bit, which she was good in that, and I thought that she should have stuck with that because she had the look and the charisma and stuff like that, so I thought that was good. But then instead she goes to bare knuckle and gets whooped twice badly, gets beaten up. Then she goes to fight a porn star in boxing just recently when she fought Elle Brooke and lost that. I mean, she got it gifted as a draw, but she lost. Then she decides she's going to go to Power Slap, Raine. And she wins her Power Slap debut. Raine, have you ever watched Power Slap in your life?
No.
Do you want to watch it?
I mean, I'll check it out just to see
No.
what the thing is about.
No. It is so dumb, Raine.
I think I've seen clips of it, but like...
Yeah, but it's just as dumb.
Weird for me.
And what's crazy is like there's like so many, like Michael Bisping is commentating and they have real commentators and they've got like you know, on the air interviews going, or like, you know, like on site interviewers, I don't know, whatever the hell you call it, but they're like interviewing them backstage and whatever. And it's like, this is the most stupid thing I've ever seen in my life. You literally are standing there against a table and you put your hands behind your back and you have to hold like a little baton behind your back so that for sure you cannot defend yourself. So, I mean, I don't understand how a commission sanctions this. And the other person just slaps the crap out of you. And then it goes back and forth. And I just slap you, you slap me. There are rules to it. Okay. One of the rules is there's no clubbing, which I think is essentially if you miss the face of the person when you're slapping and you hit them like behind the ear kind of thing, and it's not like a slap, then that's a club and you actually lose a point because they actually score the rounds, Raine, because that's very important. You know what I mean?
Okay. So it has to land like this, right? Like
yeah,
right
I guess like on the cheek or the jaw or whatever, and it has to go like through. Like you can't just bang them, like, you know what I mean? It's the dumbest crap ever, Raine. Can I tell you one of the craziest things while I was waiting for the stupid Paige Van Zandt match? There's another fighter who misses the slap. Misses twice. Like, she does the clubbing thing. Like, she misses the face.
Oh.
Like, she hits, like, literally hits, like, the back of the head. Like, you miss by so much.
That would probably be me if I try that, because it's like...
Raine, my cat wouldn't miss. How can you miss? You have one job to do, which is slap the person in the face. They're standing right in front of you, and she misses twice.
That is true. That is true. I mean, when I slapped that kid at my birthday party when I was 5 years
did you
old,
miss?
I did not miss.
Yeah.
No. I know that.
She ate it. No, I mean, Raine, it's the craziest, dumbest thing ever. And then Dana White came out after saying, like, this is going to be bigger than UFC. Like, now he's saying it's bigger than UFC. I can't even. It's the worst thing ever. It's so crazy and terrible. I don't know how much they pay these people to do it. And Paige Van Zandt said she's going back. She wants to go back because she won now. So now she's going to go back for another fight. Fight, quotations.
Well, I think like for her, she's just trying to find something that really works for her. You know, maybe she's like
something that you're good at.
Well, something that you're good at. Well, here's the thing. there are things that you might be good at, but you really want to keep doing it, right? You
Hmm.
know, so I think for her, it's just a matter of, okay, I want to find something that I'm good at, and then I like doing it. And then do I want to, you know, if something happens, right? For example, she loses, right?
Mhm.
Is it
Yep.
something that, okay, do I love it that much that I go back and try again? Or is it one of those things where, and you know what, I lost, then whatever. I'm not doing this
I don't
again.
know. It's crazy. It's crazy. And you know what? I'll tell you one quick thing before we go. I was watching it right on Rumble, like, and I had it on my phone, like, to the side. And I thought for sure Paige Van Zandt's going to be the main event. Like,
Mm.
I, in my stupid brain, I just obviously assumed she's going to be the main event. So I'm kind of watching it, whatever, and I keep going. And then all of a sudden they're like, this is your co-main. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And it's on the side of my thing. And they go, here's your main event. And then it's two guys walk out. I'm like, what? Where's the page? So then I scroll back. She was like way like early on in the card. I watched so much more Power Slap than I needed to because I was waiting for Paige Van Zandt. And then I go back to her stupid fight. Like, so I was very upset that my brain was infested with way too much Power Slap that it shouldn't have been. But yeah, just crazy. I mean, crazy that she's doing that. And it's so crazy how like so many people are buying into it. I don't know. It's just weird.
I mean, for now, it's just like a new thing and people want to check it out, right? Is that
Yeah.
how, you know, that's how it normally works.
I mean, it's free on Rumble. You know what I mean? It's free on
But
Rumble.
is
So if you
Rumble
got
free to download?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You just you know, what do you have to pay to download? Yeah, no, you just pay, you download this thing, and then now it's like, I don't know, I'm looking at it now. It's like kind of like an Instagram kind of thing, I guess. But I guess the
Oh,
people that are
okay.
putting things on are more like shows and stuff.
Okay.
I don't know. Live stuff. InfoWars network feed. EMF.
Rumble need to sponsor us.
Yeah, we'll put our
I'm
show
only
on
the
Rumble. Yeah. Put our show on Rumble. Dominate Rumble. You know what? You know how we'll dominate Rumble? We'll do the black magic, and then we'll like become the best through our black magic skills.
Ooh,
You know what I mean?
I like that.
I like
Yeah.
it. Yeah. All right, Raine. Let's cut a promo for UNF so so we can make a reel for this. Boop, 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 boop. You know, show some stuff.
Don't miss UNF 19 this Saturday, July 6th, live at the Commerce Casino right here in Los Angeles, California. You will see our friends of the podcast, Jesse Strader, Byron Valle, and the bully Anthony Romero. Tickets are still available, so please go to upnextfighting.com. And if or when you see me, give me a fist bump.
Okay. Do we need to redo that because you said friends of the podcast? Are the other people going to be upset?
That I said, what? Wait, what? What?
Because you said like friends of the should you say like you'll see former guests of the podcast compete and then say their name?
Sure.
Let's do it one more time like that, because I think if I put this as a reel and then UNF like shares it, they might get upset that you're showing favoritism.
Okay.
Even though we do have favoritism.
Hey,
No,
if you have been on the show, you know,
obviously
you are our favorite.
Yeah. But I mean not favoritism to the point that Raine's gonna go like, and coming to the cage now, the other guy. No, yeah, okay. All right, do it again, but just say like former guests of the podcast, blah blah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, here we go. All right. This is live. I mean, people are getting the behind the scenes.
I know. All
right,
here we go. Don't miss UNF 19 this Saturday, July 6th, live at Commerce Casino right here in Los Angeles, California. You will see our former guests like Jesse Strader, Byron Valle, and the bully Anthony Romero. Tickets are still available, so please go to upnextfighting.com. And when you do see me, Raine Cruz, aka Ringside Raine, please do give me a fist bump.
Perfect. That's how the magic is made. You will see that reel coming up soon. I will get on that, Raine. But thank you so much. That's the end of the show. Yeah, this was a good one. Look, We were supposed to have Daniel Rodriguez, that bastard. No shows on us. But we kick ass with Anthony Romero. We get some breaking news as we do here on the show. We've got other guests lined up next week on the podcast. I don't know who we're having as well, but definitely we are having Taylor Killer B Starling talking about bare knuckle and talking about, like, you know, hot chicks. Taylor Starling was like
Starling, let's go.
Is one of the faces of BKFC. Like, when you think about BKFC, you think about Taylor Starling. If you don't know who I'm talking about, you definitely got to get on. And she's a very cool person. I can't wait to have her on next week. So that's it, Raine.
Ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Thank you again to Anthony Romero for joining us today. And yeah, I'm excited for our guest next week.
Yeah, and so now for the rest of the week, go keep messaging that Talbot kid.
I know. I'm going to say check your DMs.
DMs. Yeah.
Please join our podcast. There we go.
There you go. Goodbye, guys. See you later, Raine.
Bye.